Hello everyone, I welcome you all to Focus of the Day session of ANALYST IAS. In this particular session, we will discuss about a very important appointment, that is of Chief Justice of India. We will discuss this particular news in the following series. First, why it is in news, followed by about CJI, followed by prelims practice question, followed by means practice question. But before we start our discussion, I want you all to be informed about various program of ANALYST IAS, which include current 365 program, which will start from 9th of January 2023, and CSAT class, which will start from 14th of November. Along with that, we are also conducting various test series, which include essay writing test series and PSIR test series. So you can inquire about any of the following course on the given number, and you can also visit our official address, that is in Old Rajinder Nagar Market. So now let's move on to our topic of discussion and see why it is in news. The President of India has appointed Justice D.Y. Chandrachud as the 50th Chief Justice of India, which is a very important appointment from our national perspective. Now we will discuss about the eligibility criteria for selection as Chief Justice of India. The criteria for Chief Justice of India are same as that of the Supreme Court judge. First, he or she should be a citizen of India. Second, he or she should have been for at least 5 years a judge of a high court or of 2 or more such courts in succession, or he or she should have been for at least 10 years an advocate of a high court or of 2 or more such courts in succession, or he or she should be, in the opinion of the President, a distinguished jurist. So any of the following condition, if all these last 3 condition meets, any of the condition meet, then he can be appointed as Supreme Court judge or as CJI. So these were the appointment procedure or selection criteria for CJI. Now we will discuss about the appointment of CJI. The President of India appoints CJI and other judges of the Supreme Court under Clause 2 of Article 124 of the Indian Constitution. The President make appointment after consultation with judges of the Supreme Court as the President may deem necessary. So this was about the procedure of appointment of CJI and the constitutional provision regarding that. Now our next discussion is about the tenure. The CJI serves until he or she has attained the age of 65 years. Now we will discuss about the removal procedure of CJI. A judge of the Supreme Court shall not be removed from his office except by an order of the President, passed after an address presented to the President by each House of the Parliament, and such an address should be supported by a majority of the total membership of that House and by a majority of not less than 2/3 of the member of that House present and voting. So please remember this condition. The criteria for removal is defined as he cannot be removed during their tenure except on the proved misbehavior or incapacity. So only on these 2 grounds the CJI or the Supreme Court judge can be removed. Now we will discuss about the landmark judgment passed by D.Y. Chandrachud or 50th Chief Justice of India. First one is Ayodhya land title dispute. Justice Chandrachud was a part of the bench that resolved the Ayodhya land temple dispute, paving way for the construction of the Ram temple. The second landmark judgment was decriminalization of homosexuality. He was a part of the bench that partially struck down section 377 of the IPC that criminalized homosexuality. The third judgment was validity of the Aadhaar scheme. Justice Chandrachud dissented with the majority opinion when he opined that passing Aadhaar bill as money bill was unconstitutional. Then comes Sabrimala temple issue. 50th Chief Justice of India, Chandrachud, supported the right of the women in the 10 to 50 age group to visit Sabrimala temple and held that not allowing them to enter violated the constitutional morality. Next judgment was expanding scope of MTP, that is Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act. He was a part of the bench that expanded the provision of the law to include unmarried women, even transgender, for abortion between 20 to 24 weeks of pregnancy. The next very important judgment was right to privacy judgment. Justice Chandrachud wrote the judgment for a 9-judge constitutional bench in the Justice K.S. Puttaswamy versus Union of India case that unanimously ruled that right to privacy constituted a fundamental right. The next important judgment passed by him was Permanent Commission for Women Officer. The bench headed by the Justice Chandrachud gave judgment in favor of women officers in the army getting permanent commission and command posting. The last but not the least important judgment in our series is that of the demolition of the Super Tech Tower. The Justice Chandrachud headed the bench that ordered the demolition of the Reality Major Super Tech twin 40-story towers in Noida. So these were various landmark judgments passed by Justice D.Y. Chandrachud. Now we will move on toward our prelims practice question, which says, who was the first Chief Justice of India from Indian soil? A. G.B. Mavlankar, B. Justice A.K. Sarkar, C. C.D. Deshmukh, D. Justice Harilal Jakisundas Kania. You have to answer this question in comment box. Write your answer. I will answer this question in my next video. Now we will discuss yesterday's question, which says which one of the following is the best description of INS Ashtadharini that was in news recently. So the correct answer for this particular question is C, that is torpedo launch and recovery vessel. Now we will move on to our mains practice question, which says critically analyze the process of selection of Supreme Court judge in India and how can the process be made more transparent. You have to answer this question in 250 words. Write your answer and send it to us on our WhatsApp number to get it reviewed. So this is all for today. Stay tuned with Analyst IAS to get further update. Thank you.